Hi guys, I'm Lindsay Cummings and I'm sunburnt. I just want to be honest with you guys. I want to show you some of the truth behind what being a debut author is like. I have 2 books and a novella coming out this year, and it's coming out really soon. And as much as I talk about how excited I am, to be honest, I am completely terrified. And this is something that probably every debut author goes through, and probably authors that already have books out in the past that have new stuff coming out. There's always questions that go through your mind. Like, what if the book doesn't sell well on release day? What if it flops on release week? What if it doesn't earn out? What if people hate it? What if people don't love it? What if they just think it's okay? If nobody comes to my events? And then what if I never sell anything ever again? This is my career, this is my only job because it's the only thing I can do. And what if no one ever buys anything from me ever again? What if I don't make enough money to pay the bills? And what if, even if the book does well, it just doesn't do great and it never holds up to that standard that I've always kept for myself? We live in a world where we're always up against something that's bigger and better than us. And I think if you're like me, then you're always a little bit afraid. Always someone out there who's going to be better than you, richer than you, prettier than you, more talented than you at something. And if you're like me, then your whole life you've probably put this ridiculous golden standard high above your head like a halo that you can't reach, and no matter how hard you try, you're never going to reach it. You're gonna fall short every time. When I started writing books, I had this thing in my head that I was going to turn out to be just like the authors of the books that I loved. And the books that I loved just so happened to be these huge hits with these huge fandoms like Divergent and Hunger Games and Legend and Harry Potter and Twilight. Yes, I like Twilight, don't kill me. And all these other books that I grew up loving and reading, and I wanted to write books like them, and I wanted to be that author. I didn't want to be me, I wanted to be them. I wanted to have their career and their life. And I'm realizing now that I aimed a little bit too high. And I aimed so high that when this whole journey started and it started coming closer and closer and closer to release date, that I realized I was disappointing myself. But I don't need to be disappointed. I've accomplished more than I ever thought I would in my lifetime. And you probably have too. You've probably accomplished great things, and if you can step back and look at what you've done in life and realize that you're awesome, I think that'll make you feel a lot better. And there's a lot of other authors out there that are so talented and they're so amazing. Behind the scenes, they're working every day, day in and day out, this grueling process where they're writing and they're editing and they're reading for other people and they're reading books that they think, I can never be this good, but you are that good. You are. My book is coming out soon, and I might be writing for an audience that's going to hate what I put out there. And I might be writing for people that are just going to think I'm okay. And I might also be writing for people that are going to love me. But the thing is, I'm starting to learn that I just don't care. Because when you put aside fear and you put aside the expectations that the world has for you and that you've had for yourself that are probably too high, you realize you're actually pretty good at what you do. And if you focus on being happy and loving what you're doing and working as hard as you can at being as good as you can at that one thing that you were put on this earth to do, then something beautiful happens. You fall in love with what you've been doing, and that's what's happened to me lately. I'm learning that for me, the fear is always going to be there. It just is. I'm a fearful person. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm trying every day to be a little bit braver. I'm trying every day to be a little bit more fearless, and I hope that you do too. And I hope that when you start to feel doubtful, when you look at other people's lives and you say, but I want that for myself, stop. Look at your life and look at what you've accomplished against all odds and be so proud of yourself. And so that's my truth, and that's what, I think is going to be cool, is you guys have been going on this journey with me for a long time, since I signed my book deal, since I got my agent, since I saw my cover and all this stuff, all these steps along the way, and you've gone through ups and downs with me. And right now, we're about to really go there. We're about to really cross the threshold, and my books are going to be in the world, and that's crazy and it's terrifying, but it's also amazing. What are your dreams and what are your goals? And what are you afraid of? And I have these fears about my life and my career, but I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna face them, and hopefully I can overcome them, and hopefully I can be fearless, and hopefully you can too in your life and in the things that you're facing. Hopefully we can talk about them together and we can go through these journeys together, because that's what we are. We're readers and we're writers and we stick together. So stay positive, guys, because life is a beautiful thing and it's a crazy journey. We're all in it together.